And hello, everyone. It is time for the big chat, and we are joined today by a pair of Merrimack Warriors. We have Nick Reimer, offensive lineman, and we have Myles Taylor from the secondary. Guys, thanks so much for taking the time to join us this week.
Of course,
Thank you.
anytime.
Now, let's talk about the big win that you guys had this past Saturday against Sacred Heart. You're coming off a tough loss in the first game. You were down 7-3, but then 14 points in the fourth quarter. You were able to pull it out. So, Nick, I'll start with you. What was the key to the comeback?
First, I got to give a huge shout out to our defense. They played a lights out game from start to finish. You know, we talk about all the time playing a full 60 minutes, and I think they did exactly that, pitching the shutout for us. Going farther with the defense really set the tone for the offense for the whole day. So when they kept getting those stops, we knew that we needed to, get locked in and go get a touchdown for them to keep that momentum swinging in our direction, especially against Sacred Heart. That's a really good football team, and we have a lot of friction between the programs. So it was a good team victory down there in Connecticut for sure.
And Myles, I'm sure you're happy to take that shout out for the defense. You guys held Sacred Heart to 1 for 15 on third down. You're number one in the nation in third down defensive percentage. So can you fill us in? What's the secret?
Nah, it's no secret. It's just execution, honestly. We were waiting for a game where we just click on all cylinders as a defense, and because we know what we're capable of. So once it started flowing, we just kept momentum going, and we just tried to keep it. So honestly, and it's never about pointing fingers. Like, we knew the offense wasn't having the best day, but it still doesn't matter. It's a team effort always. And I was telling defense, like, we're going to have to win this game ourselves. And that's how it came out. So it was just a great team win, and we needed it, honestly.
And Nick, on the offensive side of the ball, the team is number one in the league, rushing for over 200 yards per game. Up front, you have a big part in that. So what's been so special this year about the ground game? How has it, yielded these incredible results?
I just think we got some good returners coming back on the O-line. I feel like that connection and that bond between each other has gotten significantly better. And I also think like the five guys up front are really playing as one, and the bond is something better than it has been in the past. So I feel like that's really helping us, succeed at running the ball specifically.
Myles, last year the team went on a great run and got all the way to a game in which you were playing for a championship. So what do you think that the team kind of took from that experience last year and, went through the spring, went through the summer, and now is implementing and utilizing that knowledge here this year?
It's definitely been in the back of everyone's head. Like, no one wants to really talk championships because it's a week by week process. Like, we have to win every game. In this conference, you can't sleep on nobody. So we have to get to the end. But we know we left something out there that we have to go get back. And it's a message all across the board in this program. So we know what we got to do, and we'll get there.
You're right, though. This league has been so nuts. Any team could beat any team on any Saturday. Who knows? So you got to take it one game at a time. So, Nick, let's look ahead to this upcoming weekend. Big game against Stonehill. It's our first NEC TV game of the year, 1 p.m. on ESPN Plus. So for you, it's going to be a game most likely in the elements. As we talked about the ground game, I'm sure that's going to be huge. You've seen a lot of games in the elements so far this year. So what's the preparation like when you know that, it's going to be rain, it's going to be nasty out there on a Saturday?
It's been a pretty sucky start to this football season. I think every single game we've either had, some sort of rain or some sort of delay with our luck. So preparation is it's like nothing different for us this week. We have a huge challenge coming into our home stadium, and it's our homecoming game, sold out crowd, ESPN game. It's a huge stage. We all know that. And we're embracing it. We all need to do a job and to get that victory on Saturday.
Now, Myles, how big is this rivalry with? You guys are about an hour apart. It's Massachusetts bragging rights. I always say, I love my brother, but we're several towns away. When we shared a room, that we were way too close. You guys are kind of close with Stonehill. So, what is the rivalry like up there in Massachusetts?
Yeah, it definitely, because our coach even briefly talked on it. It goes back to the NE10 days when they were going at it. So it's definitely a little built up, and the older guys here too, they were a part of it. So they've been telling the team all week, like, it's it's not no easy game. Like regardless, even if that's what I'm saying, you can't look at it as they just qualified D1. Like it's a rough team,
Right.
and they know how to run the ball regardless of what level, who they have over there. Like they know what they're doing. So we just have to attack them like we attack every other team and play our game.
All right, we've reached the final 5. These are rapid fire questions. So we're going to do each of you. We can do Nick first, Myles second. Just give us the first thing that comes to mind. All right.
Sounds good.
All right. So first, favorite color, Nick.
Blue.
Myles.
Green.
Okay. All right. All right. Growing up, what was the best Halloween costume that you had growing up as a kid, Nick?
Probably Rocky Balboa.
Ooh. Are there pictures of that? I'd love to see that.
I do have some pictures. I do, yes.
How about you, Myles?
I don't really remember too many. I remember I was Freddy Krueger one year.
Okay.
I like that. Yeah.
That works.
That was good.
So on a cheat day for each of you, what is your favorite go-to snack food or junk food? Nick?
I gotta say probably Chick-fil-A. Anything. I love Chick-fil-A everything. The chicken nuggets, the sandwiches, the milkshakes. I'm a bigger guy, so I could eat everything, you know.
every day but Sunday at Chick-fil-A. How about you, Myles?
I wouldn't say really a cheat day, but like Sundays after the game, I like Applebee's, the appetizer combo.
Okay.
I'll go there, watch the games Sunday, and just chill. So
nice.
Yeah.
Who's your team? Who are you watching on Sundays?
I mean, my team, like honestly, I'm a Saints fan.
Okay.
It goes back to just the colors, the players. My grandma was a fan of them, so I've just always rocked out with them.
Awesome. Nick, the best game you ever played. What stands out as the number? What could be high school, Pop Water, and college? What was your number one game that you played in?
A game that comes to my mind's Duquesne last year. At their stadium, it was a great environment, and their stands are really small, so all the fans were right there. It was heated, and we got a great victory and got to celebrate together. So that's always a positive thought that comes to mind when I think of that.
How about you, Myles? What stands out as your best game?
I would say in Maine versus Townsend. It was my first year starting 2019, and I had 8 tackles, 3 TFLs, and yeah, I would say that was definitely my best because they were ranked that year, I think too.
Yeah.
So
Awesome. And the last question, we always ask players to, if think about what their teammates might say, if they could use a word or a phrase to describe them, what word or phrase would you use? But since we have teammates here, Nick, what would be one adjective or phrase that you would use to describe Myles?
Gritty.
Okay. Myles, what would be a word or phrase that you would use to describe Nick?
I had a word, but it was close to gritty, so I don't even want to say it. But I would say like he's sound. Like I feel like he knows. Like he's really he's developed. Like I've seen him develop over the years and really become an actual a real tackle. Like I feel like he's locked in on that position now. Like I don't know a word. I'm trying to think yeah.
I think that was a pretty good.
It's been a long day. It's been a long day. We just got out of practice.
Nah, but honestly, he's just it's not to be too similar, but it's like a tough, gritty. Like he's not gonna let you just run over him. Like he's gonna fight back. He's gonna bring that punch to your punch, and you're gonna have a battle for 60 minutes with that kid. So
that's awesome. I'm sure, Nick, that's the highest compliment that a teammate could possibly give it, a battle for 60 minutes.
Without a doubt, for sure.
Well, guys, I want to thank you both for joining us today, and I wish you the best of luck coming up on Saturday. Again, 1 p.m. ESPN Plus. Merrimack takes on Stonehill. It's the Bay State battle. Make sure you check it out, guys. Best of luck again.
Appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Be
Look
sure to
forward
check
it.
out our full NEC Football on the Run show, the NEC Overtime Pod. We're back with an all-new episode next week, wherever you get your podcasts.